Hi, I'm Ellen Knutson, Acting Manager of ASCII's American Democracy Project, and I'm here today with Darrell Hamlin. He's a professor of political science and co-director of the American Democracy Project at Fort Hays State University in Kansas. Um, Darrell, to start out, do you want to tell me a little bit about what ADP at Fort Hays State is doing?
Sure. First of all, I want to thank you and express my gratitude on behalf of ADP at Fort Hays State University for the conversation and for all the things that you do and the ways that you're trying to amplify the work that everybody out in the network is doing. So we're really proud to be a part of that. Fort Hays has been a part of ADP since 2004. I typically what we try to do is we have a range of different events and initiatives. One of the other things that we've done and that works really well for us is that we have what we call Tiger Talkback, which is in the Memorial Union. We have a big whiteboard where we will post open-ended prompts. But mostly what we do at uh, FHSU's ADP is we like to support what other people are doing. So whether it's like the history department or philosophy or agriculture, if they want to do something that is of a public spirited or public oriented issue, then we like to try to find some way logistically to help them get a room or maybe cater that or just do things that will kind of help people amplify what they want to do. And that is really sort of why the whole celebration of the Declaration of Independence this coming year is really special for us because it really lets us lean into the thing that we do. We feel like the best for both the campus community and the larger community in Hays, Kansas.
And what are some of your plans for celebrating the semi-quincentennial?
Well, what we like to do every year is have a particular kind of theme. Like one year we had a theme called civic listening because we thought that hearing and listening to other people is just as important as, say, voicing your own opinion. Last year the theme was the creative citizen because we think democracy itself is a fundamentally creative act of problem solving and working together. So this year we're still kind of working out what our theme is going to be, but that theme is going to be related to the spirit of the Declaration of Independence this year. Back during last summer, the Kansas Council for the Humanities uh, got in touch with a curation team from the Tebow Library at Fort Hays State University. They were going to try to have this exhibit that the Kansas Council for the Humanities had put together. I think it's like 10 or 11 different panels that are created around celebrating the Declaration at 250. So they asked us what kind of things we might be able to do to help support them. One example is that every year at Fort Hays, there's the art and design department does a poster contest where the students will create posters, and they're just amazing work. But they'll have something to do with um, public life issues, whether it's the environment or other things that are going on in public life. So, but ADP has always co-sponsored that. Well, what we're doing this year with the declaration is, uh, expanding that a little bit so that it's not simply art and design, but we're saying to the whole campus community, what are some ways that you would have to creatively express what the declaration means to you? We certainly expect that some of these will be sort of physical art objects, whether they're sculptures or photography, but there might be some performative elements. We fully expect that maybe some people in the theater program might write a play that we help them put on, or the philosophy is proposing something to do with like ask a philosopher about some of these issues. So there's a range of things. What's really important to us is that we support the creation of individual spaces and conversations and efforts around the campus that are on the one hand intended to celebrate the true the impact, the consequential nature of the Declaration of Independence, but we also want it to be a space where the ongoing conversation about the meaning of the Declaration today is still going on. At the core of all of it, really, as with all of ADP's activities about civic engagement education, we really are encouraging the students to find their own voice, to hear each other, and to begin to develop those skills and those attitudes that are necessary to step into their role as citizens. One of the things that we're doing at ADP at Fort Hays is we're going to kind of create a line of swag around this, the whole celebration. So we will have T-shirts at the beginning of the year, starting at the event around the exhibition. But the T-shirts are going to say um, the Declaration of Independence, the original American democracy project. So we're going to make sure that those T-shirts are widely available, but also we may put it on some mugs or pens or, pads that we distribute, maybe some prizes or different things that we do. But we really want to amplify the idea that what ADP stands for is something that the Declaration of Independence kicked off 250 years ago, which is this idea that, democracy, um, it's not for spectators. It's for engaged, purposeful citizen action. And that's why the work that you do at the national level and the work that we do, we feel like is so important because it's helping students find those voices. But, that's one of the ways that we're kind of excited about.
Great. Thanks so much for sharing. And looking forward to seeing how it all turns out.
Okay, you might be getting some pins or maybe even some t-shirts.
I will proudly wear that t-shirt.
Sent your way. Absolutely. Just, we'll let you know when those things are available. But we're really excited about that and excited about learning more about what everybody else is doing around the network, in the country.